a very sobering statistic on this Tuesday morning. The Missouri Highway Patrol told me yesterday that in 60% of fatality accidents just last year, the person inside that passed away was not wearing their safety belt. So that is something that really speaks to why safety belts are so important inside of car accidents like this one you see right here behind me. Now, Eddie Bogue is a police chief over at Palmyra, and he's been around traffic crashes. You've worked your share over the years. What is MoDOT and law enforcement officials like yourself doing to get the message out about safety belts?
Well, back in 2006, law enforcement partnered with MoDOT across the state, and we came up with what we call a blueprint for roadway safety, a Missouri Coalition for Safer Roadways. And through engineering, education, and enforcement, we've gotten some extra dollars to use it on overtime to basically go out and do extra traffic enforcement with the emphasis on seat belts and safety.
Wow. So how have those numbers gone since 2006 when this was all formed?
They have gone really well. We've partnered, and since our partnership, we've reduced fatalities by about 500 a year.
Wow, that is a big number. Even to think about, that's 500 people that survive those crashes, but it's also still a large number of people who aren't surviving.
That's correct. I mean, in 2006 there were nearly 1,200 fatalities in Missouri. Our goal for 2016 is to get that number to be 700 or less. So that's where the 500 number comes into play. But it takes everyone. Law enforcement, education, and enforcement can only do so much, but it takes everybody listening to this message and being as safe as they possibly can by wearing their seatbelt.
And even though those numbers have gone down, that's still 700 families and 700 funerals, and a lot of people mourning the losses of those people. So something to think about. A safety belt isn't guaranteed to save your life, but it definitely makes it the guarantee, I guess, you have a better chance of surviving a crash like this one if you're wearing the device and taking advantage of the safety devices inside your vehicle.
Not a lot of us have seen, we haven't seen a huge crash like that. Mel, being up close and personal with it, the car, does it kind of give you a shock as to I definitely need to keep that seatbelt on?
Well, I definitely think, I've always been a seatbelt wearer myself. That's never been an issue for me, raised with it. But it definitely speaks to you, what if this car had held someone who wasn't wearing a seatbelt? That would really give you the message. We're with a happy car, if you could call this a happy car today. The person inside made that decision to take advantage of a safety device inside, and of course the airbags worked in conjunction with that to keep that person safe. But this doesn't happen every day. Not everyone wears a safety belt, and these types of crashes become fatalities when that happens.